This is High Definition News.
I'm Jeff Kaufman.
On this vote, the yeas are 96, the nays are 0. The 60 vote threshold having been achieved, the bill is passed.
The vote in the Senate was unanimous to approve the largest economic stimulus in American history, a $2 trillion package that has something for almost everyone facing an uncertain future now because the coronavirus pandemic has skidded the world's economy to a stop. Speaker Nancy Pelosi said this morning the House will vote tomorrow.
I feel certain that we will have a strong bipartisan vote. And we take some pride in the fact that congressional Democrats in the Senate and in the House were able to flip this over from corporate trickle-down Republican version to bubble-up worker first, families first legislation.
Here's how it'll likely work. If you earned less than $75,000 last year, you get $1,200, plus another $500 for each child. It'll be direct deposit. The feds will use the bank information on your 2019 tax form. If you haven't yet filed your taxes for 2019, remember the deadline's now July 15th, the government will use your 2018 tax form. If you didn't file in either year, then in order to get the $1,200, you'll have to get your 2019 tax form into the government. When will you get the money? Treasury Secretary Mnuchin says maybe next month, but most experts say more like May. The legislation also adds 13 weeks of unemployment payments on top of what the state offers and adds $600 a week. Also, for the first time, freelancers and workers in the gig economy are eligible. There's also $750 billion in loan guarantees for businesses and $100 billion for hospitals dealing with the coronavirus pandemic. That was not the only financial break yesterday. Governor Newsom announced Californians will get some breathing room on mortgage payments.
I'm very pleased that Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Citi, and J.P. Morgan Chase have all agreed to 90-day waiver of payments for those that have been impacted by COVID-19.
Bank of America agreed to a moratorium too, but B of A customers only get 30 days. There's word this morning from the Labor Department that 3.2 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week. That's the most since the government started keeping records on unemployment claims 50 years ago. For perspective, the previous record was 695,000 in 1982. 3 weeks ago, the number was 200,000. Most economists agree the 3.2 million figure is probably an understatement, since many gig workers and independent contractors don't qualify for unemployment. But they too have lost hours and jobs since the pandemic pulled the emergency brake on the economy. We got an early sign that this number would be high when Governor Newsom said yesterday that more than 1 million Californians have applied for unemployment benefits this month. It looks like there's little chance that President Trump will get his wish that workplaces and stores open the day after Easter. Until a vaccine is widely available, none of us can produce antibodies to the coronavirus, and that means everybody is at risk until then. The first vaccine candidates are already being tested on humans, but scientists say it could be as long as a year before you and I can walk into a clinic and get a shot. That means the stay-home and business shutdown orders and the social distancing are not going away anytime soon. Governor Newsom.
Don't think for a second that we're a day or two away from lifting that order. We're not. We're not even a week or two away.
L.A. Mayor Garcetti.
Folks who think that we're going to be done in a couple weeks, it's simply not that case anywhere in the world that's been afflicted. It is difficult for me to see any scenario in which this is less than a couple months.
Here's the reason for that view. The numbers of coronavirus cases are still increasing sharply every day. 2,500 cases now in California, a 17% increase in just 24 hours. In L.A. County, 138 cases in the past 24 hours, for a total of 799. 53 people have died. In Long Beach, 13 new cases in the past 24 hours, bringing the city's total number of cases to 41. Those new cases include 8 Long Beach firefighters from Station 11 on East Market Street in North Long Beach who have tested positive. Mayor Robert Garcia.
As you can imagine, this has been devastating news for us here as a city and for our entire community. Long Beach firefighters are some of the best firefighters in the entire country. We love our fire department.
He says the firefighters are all in pretty good shape and are isolated at home. The numbers also include those 2 Cal State Long Beach students who've tested positive. By the way, those 10 other students who voluntarily self-isolated after returning from a trip to Washington where they might have been exposed to the virus, They've completed their 2 weeks and are out of quarantine. But the mayor says brace yourself, the numbers are going to keep rising.
You should act and behave like anyone around you could have COVID-19. And that is the best way to protect yourself, your family, and to not burden the immense hospital and medical challenges that we have ahead in the next few weeks, as we know this curve will begin to climb. And so I'm letting folks know that this is a serious public health emergency and people need to take it seriously.
The Long Beach City Council Tuesday approved that measure that bans landlords from evicting tenants who cannot pay their rent because they've lost their job or had their hours cut because of the pandemic. That'll be some good news for 578 employees of the 49er shops at Cal State Long Beach who were laid off this week. 506 of them are students. Cal State Long Beach, like most colleges, has gone to online instruction, so no one's on campus to shop at the stores. Long Beach and Southern California weather mostly cloudy today, but there's no rain in the forecast. Expect 60 in Long Beach and along the coast, 62 and mostly sunny in Metro LA and Orange County, and 60 and mostly sunny in the Inland Empire. Now you know what we know. I'm Jeff Kaufman, High Definition News.